and welcome to the Direct Selling Success Podcast. I'm Anna Green and I'm here to share with you tips, tricks, and training on network marketing done right. Thank you for listening.
Good morning. Hello. How are you today? I am here today because I've been seeing an awful lot of people's posts over the weekend. I've been chatting with people over the past week. And again, this morning it came up. People seem to be really struggling with social media selling at the moment. People that I've been speaking to, and I'm not talking everybody, because some people are doing incredibly well on social media, and what they're doing is different from what the people who are struggling are doing. And this is what I wanted to kind of go through today, because we need to start thinking about social media differently. So many people are coming up to me saying, I'm really struggling. Nobody's seeing my posts. Nobody's engaging with me. I'm really struggling to get people to talk to me, to follow me, to buy from me. I get it. And the reason this is happening is because what we used to do on social media to get sales in, to get followers in, to get likes and engagement just doesn't work anymore. The platforms have changed. The way that they show things to people, the way people use social media has changed massively. And we need to change what we're doing to fit this. And part of our problem with social media, regardless of the fact that social media outreach and engagement and their algorithms, regardless of the fact that that has changed, is our attitude and our mindset around how social media works. So the first thing I want to clear up is that before we start into what we can actually do to make a difference and to start thinking differently about how we bring in these new followers and new sales and things, I want you to start thinking differently about how you perceive social media. So, social media, okay? It's designed for people to come on and be social, to get to know each other, to learn things, to experience things, to be nosy. And there's billions of people on these platforms, billions of accounts. There's millions of business owners trying to get their name out there, trying to sell their stuff. There's millions of direct sellers and network marketers out there trying to get their thing to the world, trying to push it further. And we think that we should be seen, whatever we're putting out there, in all that noise. Right? The reality is, we are just one tiny, tiny, tiny little pinprick in this sea of other people trying to get noticed. So the chances of us getting seen are so small, yet we expect big things. So I want you to start seeing social media more of a drip feed and more of a visibility piece that you're putting the stuff out there regardless of how many people see it. Okay? I want you to start thinking of social media as a process rather than you trying to get a result all the time. Because if you're constantly looking for how many likes and comments you've got, if you're constantly out there trying to have hundreds of views and thousands of reach and trying to get seen all the time, it's really stressful and it plays with our brains. And if we're constantly looking at these figures and trying to improve these figures, and that's all we're focusing on, we're missing a trick. We think because we've posted something, our entire audience should see it. And whether or not you actually think that way, there's a part of your brain, and there's a part of my brain that does the same thing, that thinks, I've got 5,000 followers on here, or however many. Somebody, more than 3 people should be seeing my posts. More than 20 people should be seeing my stuff. More than 1 like I should be getting from this post. We do this automatically because we are programmed to want that level of attention. We are shown by other people on social media that get millions of views and things, that should be the norm, and it's not. The reality of social media is, if you think, right, on an average day, how much time you as a consumer spend on social media, as in scrolling through your newsfeed, looking down your notifications, interacting on people's posts, I can guarantee you do not see everybody's stuff that you are following or friends with. I can guarantee it. I can also guarantee that while you're scrolling and looking at your notifications, you're not engaging meaningfully on every single one of those posts. And tell me if I'm wrong. You know, if you are, well, I don't know how you're running a business. Because I know I'm not. And I know that the majority of people don't use social media to engage in other people's stuff, to meaningfully engage in other people's things, to comment and like on every single thing that they read or watch or find interesting. It's okay that we don't do this, because that's not how we're using social media. Yet, as somebody who posts, we expect everybody who sees our thing to have seen our thing, to have engaged on it, to have liked it. It doesn't work like that. It just doesn't work like that. So we need to get out of this mindset and this belief that nobody's seeing our stuff. For one, when you do look at the engagements, especially on Facebook and Instagram, it tells you how many people that it's reached. It's not true. I had a post this morning that went out, and it was in my Facebook group, and all that was on there was a question, and I wanted people to put their hands up. And I was trying to get people to understand the reality of the fact that when people join the team, not everybody's good at this, not everybody does stuff, and you do end up with people who come in and do nothing. And I wanted to normalise that and make it okay. So I was asking for people to put their hands up if they had experienced this. So in the first 2 hours of me putting this post up, it said that I'd had 35 reach. And I'm thinking, that's odd, because I've got at least 60 people who've put their hands up. Something's not quite right there. So take these things with a pinch of salt. And to be honest, for me to get a post with 60 people commenting on is not normal. It is not normal. Okay? I get very little engagement on my stuff. I don't get loads of people commenting or liking. I don't get loads of people sharing it or anything like that. I don't get masses of people following me from it. What I do get is sales, opportunities, conversations that turn into me building a business. I get people who see my stuff and then 6 months down the line go, oh God, I've been watching you. Never, ever, ever have they commented or liked any of my stuff. I've never seen their name before, but they've been watching. Honestly, we need to take away this pressure that we put on ourselves when it comes to social media to start with. Then we need to work with how social media works nowadays. So it works very differently from what it did back in 2020. It works differently, again, from what it worked back in 2022. It works differently from what it did last year, right? So we need to work with this. If you're trying to sell on social media and if you're trying to build an audience, we need to stop thinking about vanity metrics, about how many people have liked the stuff, how many people have commented, what reach it's got. What I want you to do instead is think about the quality of the people that you're putting that are coming through rather than the quantity. And I want you to think about the quality of what you're putting out there for them to see. Because what we want is, from our social media, is to make a difference. If you're showing up with intention, you're showing up to serve your audience, you're showing up to help people, you're showing up to give value, you're showing up to be a thought leader, you're showing up as you, as authentically you as possible, you are going to get sales. You are going to bring teamers in. You are going to make a difference. You want the right people seeing your stuff. You want the right message to be going out there to them. You want it to be uniquely you. You want it to be showcasing you as a person, you as a brand, your products or services as helpful, and not that whole buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff. Yes, you need to sell on social media, and yes, you need to put the buy my stuff out there, and this is a great business opportunity, come and join the business type of stuff. Yes, you do. Otherwise, you won't get any sales and you won't get any recruits. But if that's all you're doing, you're not going to get any likes or engagement. You're not going to get loads of followers. You're not going to have people having conversations with you the same as if you were doing the things I've said before. So I want you to start thinking about how your posts, how your content can be more meaningful so that it creates more conversations and more sales and more opportunities. This social media thing is just the start. This putting the posts out is just the start. I would recommend, if you're going to be on social media posting, that you're not just posting and running away, that you're on here actively engaging with the people who you're posting to, that you are getting involved in the communities, that you're creating connections, that you're building relationships, that you're a bigger part of this, because what happens when you do this is you become more authoritative. Is that how you say that word? I can't remember. You become more visible. You become more known. If you can start being part of a community, you're seen much more as helpful, much more as not just the money-grabbing person who's just posting all the stuff on social media so they can get what they want. You're trying to help people get what they want as well. You are being supportive to your customers, to your potential customers, to your followers, to your clients, to potential clients. What a difference. And it doesn't take massive amounts of time. It's just a little tweak to what you're doing on an everyday basis anyway. Those meaningful conversations are what's going to get you seen, what's going to get you visible, what's going to get you respected as part of this online community. So when you're next looking at your social media, go and have a scan. Are you putting those things up that just get engagement, or that aren't getting engagement anymore? Are you just putting up the sales stuff that nobody's going to engage with anyway? Are you actually actively engaging with your audience? Are you actually actively putting stuff out there that is adding value and helping the audience that you've got? Are you thinking about the mindset behind this social media and what's dragging you down and what reality is and what actually you can do with your social media, rather than nothing's getting seen anymore, can't get anywhere, nobody's interested in what I'm putting out there? We need to up our game, all right? And if you're ready to up your game, I want you to tell me. Drop me a message, put a comment below. You want to up your social media game? You want to up your sales game, your team recruiting game? Tell me, because I'm here to help. I can direct you to some free training that I've got, which you can download straight away. I've also got free training coming up throughout August 2025. So if you are wanting to grow and scale your team and your sales, that's for you too. And I've also got some really exciting things coming throughout the rest of the summer and autumn as well. So, talk to me. Tell me about where you're struggling, and perhaps I can give you a quick little thing for you to try to help you out as a thank you for watching this. I will see you all soon. Have a great rest of your day. Go and enjoy social media selling. Make it fun, make it engaging, and show up as you. And you'll start bringing in the right people. See you soon. Bye.